Alright, this has been a different video. How do I start the video? Okay, so this is Overcooked 2. Well, sorry. This is the Overcooked All You Can Eat edition. So it's Overcooked 1 and 2 and the DLC all combined in one. Which is really awesome that they did that all in one game. Now, my wife and I have played this on the PlayStation 4, Overcooked 1 and 2, and All You Can Eat. We bought all 3 versions of it. Over the years, we played them. She's not really a gamer, but she enjoys the odd game like this, or Mario, these simpler games. So I am the red guy, the alligator, and she is the blue cat. We haven't played this game in a while. I ended up getting this game on Steam on the Christmas sale. That happened about a month ago, and it was dirt cheap. But I was like, you know what? I already have this game on PS4, but for I think it was like $3. I want to say it was really cheap. I was like, you know what? Even if we don't play it, it's worth getting again because we've had a lot of fun playing this game. Yes, we gotta start from scratch again. That's unfortunate. We got 3 stars in every mission on the first game, the second game, and the DLC. Actually, we like to play that. The camping one is really fun, and the Christmas one's really fun. But it's something that we can play together, and it's relatively easier. Yeah, I mean, it can get heated, but we just play for fun. So this video is kind of different because we're playing something on my Steam Deck. So my son is sleeping, we're in bed, and you're like, let's play a game together. And so I wanted to do kind of a test to see how this would work anyway. So I got my dock, my Steam Deck dock, not the official Steam Deck dock. It's the dock that I get Did I do a review on it? I think I did a review on it. The Ugreen dock, I want to say. It's like, yeah, Ugreen dock 9-in-1 or something. You know, it's got the stand, it's got the charger and all the ports on it. So basically, you put your Steam Deck in the dock, and then I have some controller options. Now, in this particular instance, I just ended up bringing 2 of my Xbox controllers because they're comfortable, they're familiar, and I just paired them over Bluetooth. Now, I haven't used them in a while, so what I actually had to do is go on my PC, not my Linux computer, which I probably could have done on my Linux computer too, but it only took a few minutes. I went to the PC and had to do a firmware upgrade to all of my controllers, which I did not know was a thing, but apparently it is. I thought I haven't used these controllers in probably 6 months. They just, I have a few extra controllers when friends come over and we play couch co-op games. Other than that, they kind of sit, with the batteries out and collect dust. So I ended up charging the batteries up, and then I plugged the controllers into my computer. I had to download this Xbox app and do a firmware update. The firmware update took maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes for each controller, which, whatever, it's fine. I also have some 8BitDo controllers, which I think are really cool, but they don't have, they're like the SNES style ones, so they're like the same gamepad controller, but they don't have like the hand grips, So I was worried that she would, I don't want to play this controller or whatever. And it kind of worked out because those controllers are dead. They don't have a removable battery, they're built-in battery, and I guess I just forgot to charge them, so they died. So anyways, we're using the Xbox controllers. over Bluetooth. But I wanted to say the 8-bit Doge ones, because those ones are Bluetooth and also wired, which is also why I got the Ugreen dock, because it has extra USB-A ports. So I can plug them in wired or wirelessly. But in this case, we just went Bluetooth, and it all just worked, which was actually surprisingly easy once I did a firmware update, which I didn't know about. If I had not have to do that and just did it normally, you just turn the Bluetooth controller on, the Xbox controller on, hit the Bluetooth pairing mode button on the top, go to your Steam Deck, you hit the Bluetooth button, it connects, and it works. And then we had, for audio, I have, again, a pair of Bluetooth earbuds. So she wore one ear and I wore the other ear, which I want to know if anyone's listening to this video or anyone can answer this question for me. I want to know if there's a way to get essentially 2 pairs of earbuds to work on a Steam Deck for this exact scenario, really, right? So I tried using. I looked it up and it said no, but I wanted to know if there's like a workaround essentially, because yeah, you can get like an audio splitter and probably do it that way. I don't want to add more to the bulk of making this a portable system, right? I just brought 2 controllers, my Steam Deck, the dock to sit it on so I can prop it up, kind of thing, and then my earbuds. Oh, and also power bank. We're going to talk about the power bank in a second. With the headphones. So I tried using I had like a pair of wired earbuds, which I really like a lot. They sound great. They're kind of like those like earlier iPhone, iPod, like eardrop style. Yeah, AirPods, you know, that kind of style. Not the new ones, not the AirPod Pros or whatever they're called, but like the older style. Those ones I've always felt were like really comfortable to fit in my ear, and I never had problems. Like wear those for hours and never had problems. So all the earbuds I get now are like that style, kind of like the raindrop kind of looking ones. So we use that, and I tried to have the Bluetooth earbuds and the wired earbuds at the same time. It doesn't work. It's either one or the other. You either go wired or you go Bluetooth. So in this case, we went Bluetooth, so we're not tethered to the Steam Deck. And also my wireless Bluetooth earbuds have this pass-through thing where you can still hear outside noises and volume, where the wired ones, you don't. They're just earbuds. So that's a good feature to have when you're, you know, in bed with your student. So maybe if he wakes up, you can hear him and everything. You know, you don't have to talk loud or anything. There's normal volume outside. So yeah, she took one earbud, I took that earbud. And then for power, now the dock can run off of obviously the Steam Deck wired USB-C power. That's no problem. What I ended up doing is I brought a portable power bank up there. I want to see how it kind of works. Essentially, this power bank is like a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank I got on Amazon for a while ago. And I had it in my work bag for a while just because it has the built-in cables. So it's got like a lightning cable for iPhones, a USB-C cable, and a micro USB cable for charging, like an output charging from the charger. And then it also has that wireless puck. I can't remember what it's called, the Qi or whatever. I don't have that on my phone. I don't really use it, but I use the built-in cables because it's easy because you don't have to bring anything extra. You just bring the brick. They're not very long cables; they're very short ones. But anyways, we did that. I brought that because I wanted to see how actually portable this was. And you know what? It worked really well. Like, I wasn't worried about the Steam Deck running out of batteries. We were going to play this game for, well, half an hour before he woke up anyway. So we didn't get that much time in the game. So, whatever. But, I wanted to see how it would hold up if I wanted to bring this package, I guess you would call it, elsewhere, right? Let's say you want to have a portable 2-player experience, and you can do this. We use the Steam Deck's monitor. We're sitting side by side. A game like this, it was okay. We were, you know, at the maximum distance I'd say you would want to be from the Steam Deck for it to be viable. Again, we could have plugged it into a TV, we could have plugged it into a monitor. I didn't want to see how it would work in bed. I didn't want to bring too much light into the room because, you know, my son's trying to sleep. But, you know, it worked out really well. We had fun playing it, but it's just one of those things that's kind of hard to do with being a parent. People who are parents out there know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the Steam Deck portable dock experience did work. Passed the wife test for sure. We were able to play this game at night. It was fun. So I might have more of these videos coming out later, but few and far between because, you know, it's a whole thing. You know, you gotta play for it. Let's put, you know, you gotta plan this all out. Let's play video games tonight after he's in bed, and so let me bring all the stuff upstairs and get it all set up and good to go. And then really the thing is, like, if he wakes up, yes, the beauty of the Steam Deck is you can hit the power button and it goes to sleep. That is the beauty of it. It's just like, wow, it's just a lot of work to get set up regardless of the on-off capabilities. You know, being hunched over playing this at night isn't necessarily the best experience. 2-player, you know, let's say she had her own Steam Deck and I have my own Steam Deck and we were playing that way, it would probably be a lot easier. You don't have to bring the hassle of the extra controller, the extra charger, the extra dock, right? That kind of adds friction to what otherwise would be a frictionless setup. But definitely is portable, definitely is a good way of doing it. I'm always trying to think of these like cool, like, you know, use cases, portable use cases. I used to work out on the road a lot, so these portable things were kind of fun for me to experiment with, you know. That's kind of what got me started in this hobby of like handheld gaming. This is docked gaming, I guess you'd call it. But my first handheld being the Anvernic RG353B, which I haven't really played with in a while. I think about that, but that's besides the point. That's what got me on this whole channel, is this whole retro gaming handheld journey. Was like, you know, being that portable mindset. Like, you know, I kind of lost that love of gaming for a bit, where the only way I was able to game is if I was able to sit down and play for 2-4 hours at a time, but that's just not the case anymore, you know. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. The reality is, you know, we're adults and we have to do adult things, you know. So sometimes that means having to find ways around it, find alternatives, find time where you can bring back those hobbies and bring back that joy of, like, you know, having fun like that. Think of like a book, right? Think how easy a book is. You just pick it up and you read and you're instantly immersed into your story again. That's kind of the frictionless experience I wanted to get out of this, which on the Steam Deck itself, that's what I get. I'm very, like, I've done a lot of steps for the Steam Deck to get it to where it is now. Installing the games and everything, and it's 99% of the way there, maybe 95% of the way there, of being just a book. You just turn it on and it works and it's good to go. I got I want to say the form factor down pretty well. I mean, the battery life, I don't have that FOMO, that battery anxiety with the Steam Deck that I did with my Odin 2 Mini. I felt like with the Odin 2 Mini, I love my Odin 2 Mini so much. Great form factor, was a ton of fun, but I always had this battery anxiety, like, I can only play an hour or two and I gotta go find a charger now, like, that wasn't the case with every game, but like, I was new to that device and I was always pushing it, playing Switch games and stuff like that. If I was playing Switch games on my Steam Deck, it would be the same outcome. I'd only get an hour or two anyways. But this game, Overcooked, like, we play this for half an hour. I maybe drape 10-15% battery. Like, we could play this for 3 hours and still be okay, you know. And I wasn't really adjusting any settings. I could stretch that. I wasn't playing with the TDP limit and all that stuff on this. I turned it on. We were playing. We were having fun. You know, that's kind of the experience I wanted. I realize I'm talking a lot more in this video than I have in my other videos. I usually don't do these. Like, no point in me doing the recording at night is to kind of save on time where I can't really do you know, the sit-down recording I was doing for a while on my table. I'd love to get back to that, and I will do a few more of those, but this is just a way that I find that I can keep up with playing games and trying to do a bit of YouTube on the side. Is like, you know, like I gotta do the recording separately and the voice separately. Kind of, when I find time, put those together. And so I'm rewatching this video, you know, a couple days after I actually recorded it. So it's kind of bringing me back to that moment as well, and trying to reflect on like what I could have done differently in terms of like the package that I brought. And I think it's pretty good. I think those 8-bit Do controllers though are definitely more compact. I noticed the Xbox controllers have this big glowing light in the middle that normally I don't care about, but at night in a pitch black room, that's a pretty bright light, and I'm sure you can turn that down in the Xbox app and all that. I don't need that. I don't want that. The Xbox controllers are fine for what they are, but they're not good for at-night gaming. That blinding light is so bright in your eyes. I tell you. I mean, I'm sure you can turn it off, but again, I think for what it was pretty fun. I think if I had to improve on that stuff a bit more, I'd probably get my portable monitor in the mix as the external display. The Steam Deck screen is just a bit too small for 2 people to be playing it comfortably. I mean, we made it work. It was fine, but it was definitely small. But unfortunately, my portable monitor died from me being clumsy and stepping on it during one of the videos I did earlier on. I was trying to do some testing and I'm stepping on it and breaking it. But even if I get some YouTube money from that, I'll maybe put something like that into I'll buy something like that with that money. But I'm not worried about it. I haven't used it as much as I used to because again, like, I got kind of a new job. It's the same job, but I don't travel as much as I used to, let's say that. I used to be traveling a lot more, and so that portable monitor really came in handy, but I don't travel as much. I work a lot closer to home. I'm home a lot more, which is great for kids, having kids. So I haven't really used my portable monitor much at all, and that's kind of also why I'm using the Steam Deck. Just like, I don't need it, you know. For that one use case, okay, yes, I needed it. And I will get another one, I'm sure, because they are really handy to have, but I'm not necessarily in needs of one right now. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I'll let you finish off the rest of the video just without me yapping the whole time, but I wanted to kind of talk about a bit of this experience of playing Overcooked 1. I guess this is the first game with my wife. We played through 3 levels already, and we didn't do very good on this one. That's okay. We're not here for gold at this time. We've beat the whole game, first one and second one, no problem. So I'm not worried about getting all the stars this time around. Just playing really. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.